Alright, so quick as possible today. Fort Point State Park. Lighthouse here, building here. First position. Standing right next to this building. So distance. What are we able to see? With my view, these islands blocking the right of my view, if you put it right at the edge, you can see from water to the islands to these smaller islands. You'll be able to see much clearer. In between these smaller islands, you can see more of this. But then the rest of it's cut off by these islands right here. So you have range right here, right? First spot, 60 feet right next to that lighthouse. 60 feet. Second spot, I moved further down, right around, I believe this one or this one, but that was 30 feet, second time down. And then I moved down to the edge, down here. To this tiny little tip right here. So, first one. 60 feet. To the island, 14.65. To North Haven, 22. Let's go. 21 to 22. 14.65. 17 feet of that island should be hidden. That little one in front. 21 to 22. 88. 104. These numbers are not significant. I don't expect anyone to care about the 60 foot or the 30 foot measurements. I'm just going to compare because I went from 60 to 30 all the way down to the water. Okay, so there's those numbers. We're still going to give you the numbers just because. So 30. It was further away technically. I was moving further away, so we're just going to leave it at the same numbers for this. 42 of that island should be hidden, of the front island. And then of North Haven, 155. Now, North Haven. So, it's this edge of it. So I have this facing upside down actually, and this one's north facing. So I'm looking at this edge of it from right there. So from there, looking at this edge right here, this is the tallest point in North Haven. And, oh, there it is. Oh, no, not quite. I got it off a little bit. 102, 137. It's about 154 if I can pin it correctly. So 154 is the tallest point, right? But outside of that point, which I will show you in my footage, that's really the tallest. So 155 at the 30 foot height should be hidden. So the whole island at my 30 foot elevation should have been hidden. Maybe a little bit seen at 60 feet, but 30 feet definitely should not be there. So at 30 feet elevation, shouldn't see it at all. 155 should be hidden. So with that in mind, if we're at, I'll show you my 60 feet so you can see the island. I'll show you the 30 feet so you can see it. I'll use my drone and show you the footage from my drone so that you can see it go up and show you the island as the drone goes up. You can see it a little clearer. But even when you come down and look at it from ground, and even at beach level, at 1 foot level, I found that island. So let's go through that footage now that we've seen that. Alright, so as you can see here, I show you that little white building has a bell in front of it. You can use Google Maps to kind of rotate around to look at it yourself. This is where I stand, and I zoom in through here, and you can see the smaller island in front I was talking about. This is the 60 foot. This is a 60 foot level, so we're going to zoom in. Alright, so you can already see a little bit over here. That that? I can't tell you if that's, yeah, that's just a boat, because I don't believe there's anything that sticks out over there that I remember. But you can see the elevation, right? You can see a little bit that sticks out here, comes up here a little bit more. So this is at 60 foot. Nothing spectacular, right? But I want you guys to be able to see it so you can see kind of the layout of the island. Oh yeah, I followed that for a little while. That was pretty cool. So, we've zoomed in a little bit. You can see that high peak that is in the background. This high peak, it will be harder to see as we get lower because it is kind of blend in more with the waves of the ocean, especially at a, with my camera literally on the sand. So it's not even a foot height, because it would be a foot height with my tripod, with my smallest tripod. So it's like 2 to 3 inches. And we'll add a couple inches because I wasn't directly on the water, because I wasn't about to stick it in the water, but I'll show you there. But we'll still be able to see this outline. But you can see the trees, right? These are definitely trees out in the ocean. There's an island out there at 60 foot, but I thought this was pretty cool. The little boat. The other boat going in front of the island. You also notice a little bit how the water appears to like go up and down, kind of. You see that? You'll notice some days you can get footage and some days you can't because of the illusions that happen when you have that much moisture and mist. What happens right on the top of the water when there's waves splashing? There's mist. There's a lot of liquid in the air. As you can see, it waves. Right? Oh, people walking in front of my tourists, you know, it's cool. But you can see that. See how it goes up and down, right? There will be times that I go up there and I go to the water level and it will look bigger. It'll look like it's higher up than it actually is, but it goes up and down, as you can see. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So that's going to make it difficult. Some days it's clear, some days it's not. But either way, island is still there. So that's 60 feet. Let's try to go find a 30-foot elevation. All right, so this is 30-foot elevation. Now, from the naked eye, you can kind of see it, but it looks pretty hazy. It'd be hard to tell. Anyone could claim whatever they want it is. Look out there. You see a little tiny poking out thing here, right? You can't really see anything. It doesn't look like anything, which would make sense, right? 30-foot elevation, we're not really supposed to see much. Okay. Zoom in. What do we find? You can already tell, first of all, some of the island in the back here. There's this island. The closer you get, watch that. The closer you get, the more detailed it gets. See how out there it kind of looks like not much, but then it kind of pops up a little here, pops up a little here. It starts to come into view early on, and the closer you get, the more you can see it. Because you're making that object that's so far away bigger in your screen. So, in between this island and this island, there's a couple more islands, but North Haven goes all the way behind. Remember, at 30 feet, we shouldn't have been able to see any of it. You can see elevation here. You can see some over there. As you get closer, it becomes more obvious. That is indeed, right, an island out there. There's elevation change. So the issue that we need to resolve is recognizing when things are so far away what they start to look like. They're not going to be clear in your image, and your camera is really only zooming in on the mess that's out there. So you see the haze, right? How white it is. And then you see the mist, and you can see how the water acts, and stuff right above the water gets very sloppy. See how it moves? This is slowed down, by the way. But when you zoom in, it's there. Still a little bit sticking out there. It must be, I don't know, big tree, big hill, something. Alright, so that is the island. Alright, so these next shots, one of them is going to be on a tripod, and one I'm going to take it off the tripod and go on the ground. But tripod at its lowest is 2 foot 3 inches at its lowest setting. So we'll give it 3, whatever. Cool, down with that. 3 feet, 14 miles, 94 feet should be hidden. Well, this is 14 miles would be the little island in front, not the North Haven. Let's go real quick again to the island. 14.6. Right? We'll just leave it at 14. 94 feet should be hidden. Okay? 94 feet. 94 feet should be hidden. Cool. That one versus 20 when it's in between the island. Out here, you can see, right? If you put it up against these, you can either see a little bit of ocean, which you do see on the right here, right? A little bit of ocean, but then the island starts. A little bit of ocean, but then the island starts here. 23, and then to the right here would be 21.5. So 21, 237 feet. 23, 290 feet. Maximum elevation of North Haven is 154 feet. Cool. Let's check this out. Alright. Here's the island. Should not be found. Boats. Behind it, in between, you can see back here, there's your other islands coming out. There's your water level right here, right? There's the island, right? Cute little bird. I'm gonna check him out later at literal water level, maybe an inch off of 1 to 2 inches off of water level when I take my camera off the tripod and put it on the sand. Here's the island that should be hidden. We zoomed in, and here's the other island behind there that should be hidden. Weird. Alright. So there's the two to the right, right? These are the ones on the right of my view. There's the cliffs from the 60 foot up there that I was at and the 30 foot up there. There's the cliffs. I'm now down at the water with my tripod. 2 islands out here. Water mostly, but then pops up right here, this little island, and this one right here. Alright, so there's the water, my little tripod on its thing, and here we go. A little bit of water, then the island. Island gets taller. The other island that shouldn't be visible is right there. So this is 2 foot 2 inches. Alright, so what happens if we get... Should we get lower? Perhaps? Let's get lower. Let's see what happens. showing you my hand, right? We're on the rocks. I have my camera in my hand at the moment, but then I go set it down on the rocks, right? Partly. Only partly stupid. See? The things I do. Anyway, on the rocks. What can we see, guys? Let's find out. Huh. Seems to me like I can still see the island. Now, it's tricky from this distance, right? Look, curvature. You can't see anything from 2 feet to nothing. I'm just kidding. No, let's zoom in. Actually, let's have some fun. There's a bird going across. So here's this one. This one. Remember, the right of my view again. And then we have a little bit of ocean. And then we should start to see the island pop up, right? Can anyone see that yet? Can y'all see that yet? Can you? I don't know. Let's zoom in some more. All right. And I think I am going to slow this one down too. Let's slow this down to that. Make this a little easier for my pausing. So, there's those guys. The right of my view. Now let's see. Go. Oh. Wait. There we go. No, it's not on pause. Let's pause right there. Alright, you guys see it yet? We're a little closer. So I moved over here, right? This thing. You can kind of see this part, but it's even more clear right here. See, there's the elevation. Look at this part. Check out that elevation right there. And that one. And that one. Oh, and check out that island right there, 14 miles away. That shouldn't be there. Yeah, cool. That too. Gosh, this day was so clear. I could not have asked for a better day at all, because this is, I'm going to tell you, this is rare. Literally the very next day, it looked horrible. You couldn't see anything. So really, it's going to depend on, and that day actually was very hazy. It looked kind of gray. You'll see it in the footage. It's not a good day. This day was clear. And what do you know? I can see, if you can see, back there. Zoom in. You see it? Let's pause it. There's some elevation right there. There's that one. They don't disappear. They get harder to differentiate from the waves. Hi, bird. Boat. You can see part of the boat here. But the waves make it hard to tell. But look at this. Right here. Here's your elevation changes. Remember what it looked like before? That is your island. It comes up a little bit here. Can we zoom in more? I love that bird. I love it when birds and buoys show up. They just make my day. Remember, guys, I'm on the shore. My camera's on practically the water. Okay. Look at that. I'm going to zoom out here in a minute. But there's your island. There's your island that's 14 miles away. The one that's 22, well, 21 I think over here is what it was. And then 22 to 23 out here. Right? Boat. Island. Cool boat. Look at that. It's flat, guys. Yes, there can be distortion at the horizon line because of the water. But if you're lucky, you can get clear footage. See if we can... Oh yeah, oh yeah! And then, here, let's check this out too. I'm gonna do it from out here. So, you guys see what we're looking at, right? Have fun with this one. Things get bigger as we zoom in. Check out the island in the back too. It's kind of hard to see, but as I get closer you'll see it. But I'm actually moving towards something else. Look at these guys. I don't think I need to blur it yet. I don't think I get clear enough to have to blur it because it's already kind of blurry, but look at them. Kayaking. Alright, that's pretty cool. Where's the bird though? Oh, there's the kayakers going the other way. There's your bird. These are closer, so you're not going to see the island so well in the background, but I just thought that was pretty cool. All right, but again, we zoom in enough, we have islands. That one definitely should not be visible, but it's clearly visible. But it is appearing to be shorter. It's less detailed at ground level or water level. But same with this. This is further away, so it's going to be like this one, more foggy looking, more oceany looking. It's still there, but it's going to be shorter and smaller and hard to tell because of where I'm standing. But it doesn't mean it's not there, right? And like that. Again, there's your reminder. This is where we're sitting, right? There you go. It's not that it's not there. It's that you are dealing with water level, which means tons of water distorting your image. Waves. You look at my Pettit Maine one, where the waves that day were, I don't know. Actually, they were probably like 5 to 10 feet. I have no idea. But probably 5 feet. But that was blocking my lighthouse entirely from the water level. Obviously, the water was still today. I got lucky that the water for 20 miles out was nice and clean and not too bad. No waves, nothing. It's great. It's a beautiful day. Granted, this is kind of like protected a little bit more than open ocean and some of my other experiments like Pettit Maine, but still. So I guess this is a better opportunity, right? Because there is more protection here. But there you go. There's your island in the background. There's that. I don't know what to tell you guys, but oh, one more thing. Yes. All right. So real quick, here is the drone footage. Obviously, higher up, you can see a lot more. My view is more blocked than this, but drones are awesome. So the North Haven is way off in the distance over there. Right there. So with the drone, you can see the islands that are at the right of my view. You can see North Haven back there. You can see the island that we can see here, and you can see the island that gets cut off here. So there's two larger islands with a smaller island in between. This is Resolution Island, and then back behind it is North Haven. So this is the drone footage to kind of give you an eye of little, right, what we're seeing. Kind of off the other way too, but those are the islands that we're looking at. That is with drone. And you can see how my view is blocked by this here and all the tree lines because I'm standing over here looking out this direction. And all this blocks a good portion of that. So, but that is my video, guys. That is my North Haven video. I kind of went a little away from Bar Harbor and Cutler and went a little further south. And I'll try to go a little further south because I've got more goals. But if you like this video and you want to see more, hit like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want to know when new ones pop up. And I do have in my comments, I have some links if you would like to donate so that I can further my work because I would like to keep doing more. I'd like to go find more islands, but if you want to help out so that we can get some cooler stuff going on, feel free to donate and don't feel like you need to either. The likes, subscribes help, but let's teach people about perspective. Let's teach people about distortion and let's get people learning the truth. Peace out, guys. This is what I do for y'all. I get down on the ground with my camera. I'm trying, guys. I do some crazy things sometimes. Sometimes I get on rocks where there's deep water next to it that I really have no business being on for the sake of getting you low footage.